$100,000. For decades, this was the golden number. It was the milestone that signaled you had finally made it. It meant safety. It meant a down payment on a dream home, a fully funded retirement bridge, or the freedom to quit a job you hated. But as we sit here in 2026, that number has become a mirage. If you manage to save $100,000 today, you feel a sense of accomplishment. But what the bank won't tell you, and what the government hopes you don't calculate, is that your $100,000 is currently undergoing a controlled demolition. By the time you actually go to use that money in just a few short years, its purchasing power will have shriveled to roughly $62,000 in today's terms. You didn't lose the money to a bad stop trade. You didn't get robbed on the street. You followed the rules. You worked, you taxed, and you saved. And that is exactly why you're falling into the trap. To understand why your money is dying, we have to look at the hidden math. Most people look at the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, and see a number like 3% or 4% and think, that's not so bad. But the CPI is a curated lie. It's a basket of goods designed by the very people who benefit from your currency's devaluation. In 2026, we are seeing a massive desync in the economy. While the official numbers stay low to prevent panic, the things you actually need to buy to stay in the middle class, healthcare, high-quality real estate, and energy are skyrocketing at triple the official rate. Let's run the real numbers. If true inflation on middle-class life is closer to 9%, your $100,000 loses half its value every 8 years, but it's faster than that. Because we aren't just dealing with inflation, we are dealing with the velocity of debt. As the global debt to GDP ratios hit record highs this year, the only way for governments to survive is to inflate the debt away. They aren't going to pay back what they owe in today's dollars. They're going to pay it back in tomorrow's worthless paper. And your savings account is the fuel for that fire. You are effectively lending the bank your hard-earned life force, and they are returning it to you as a shadow of what it once was. Now, let's talk about the second gear of the trap, the shifting tax landscape. In 2026, we've entered a new era of fiscal desperation. You may have heard whispers of the wealth tax or unrealized gains tax. For years, these were just theories discussed in university halls. Now they are becoming a reality. The system realized that inflation wasn't enough to bridge the deficit. They needed a way to tax money that hasn't even been spent yet. Imagine this. You invest your $100,000 into an asset. Because the dollar is getting weaker, the price of that asset goes up. You haven't actually gotten richer. The yardstick just got shorter. But the IRS doesn't care about real value. They care about nominal value. They will tax you on the gain that was created solely by their own currency debasement. This is the ultimate pincer move. Inflation eats your principal on the left, and the taxman eats your growth on the right. If you stay in cash, you lose. If you invest and win, you still lose a portion to a system that produced none of the value but demands half the reward. So, if saving is a trap, then why do the wealthiest people on Earth seem to have so much money? The secret is they don't have money, they have assets and debt. The ultra-wealthy understand a fundamental truth that the school system hides from you. Cash is a liability. It is a melting ice cube. Instead of saving $100,000, the wealthy use that $100,000 as collateral. They buy hard assets, land, businesses, or scarce commodities, and then they borrow against those assets. Think about the genius of this. If you borrow $50,000 today and inflation runs rampant, you are paying back that loan with cheaper dollars in the future. In a high-inflation world, the debtor is the winner and the saver is the loser. This is why the system is rigged. It is literally designed to transfer wealth from those who store value in currency to those who store value in things. By holding that $100,000 in your bank account, you are participating in a game where the rules were written to ensure you finish last. But wait, you might say, my bank is giving me 5% interest. This is the final psychological layer of the trap, the yield illusion. In 2026, a 5% return feels like a gift, but let's look at the math they want you to ignore. If inflation is 7% and the bank gives you 5%, you aren't making 5%, you are losing 2% every year, just more slowly than the person with cash under their mattress. But it gets worse. You have to pay income tax on that 5% interest. After the taxman takes his 20 or 30%, your 5% gain effectively becomes a 3.5% gain. Subtract that from a 7% inflation rate, and you are staring at a guaranteed loss of 3.5% of your total wealth every single year you leave it in that safe account. The bank isn't paying you interest because they like you. They're paying you a small fee to keep your capital locked in a vault while they use it to buy the very assets that are outperforming your savings. You are effectively lending the bank your hard-earned life force, and they are returning it to you as a shadow of what it once was. So, what is the alternative? Does this mean you should spend everything you have today? Absolutely not. That's just another form of the trap, the consumer trap. The exit strategy requires a total shift in your financial DNA. You have to stop thinking like a saver and start thinking like an acquirer. You need to move your life force out of the mirage of fiat currency and into finite assets. Whether that's specialized skills that the market can't ignore, real estate that provides a roof regardless of the dollar's value, or decentralized assets that sit outside of the unrealized tax net. The $100,000 you have today is a tool, but if you leave that tool in the shed to rust, don't be surprised when it breaks the moment you need it. The math doesn't lie. The clock is ticking on your purchasing power. This isn't just a financial choice, it's a fight for the time you spent earning that money. Every dollar that dissolves is an hour of your life you can never get back. The system is rigged, but once you see the strings, you can stop being the puppet. Stop saving for a future that is being priced out of your reach and start building a fortress that the system can't touch.